Victoria would like to know, hi Borino, I used my Google Calendar for my perfect day, week, and month schedule. I blocked out a day off and 3-day weekend. I added alerts to remind me when it's time to move on to the next activity. So far, so good. Anyone else implemented this? That's a fantastic way of doing it. I am a huge believer. See, the blessing and the curse of this business is you don't have a boss, you don't have a manager, you don't have a supervisor. You can do whatever you want. Nobody cares. The freedom of it is awesome because you can plan your business, you can plan your income, your lifestyle, and just go for it. The curse is if you don't discipline yourself, if you don't organize your day around the schedule, you time block it. I'm going to do from 5 to 7 a.m. this, from 7 to 9 this, from 9 to 11 this, from 11 to 1, and you have it all blocked out. Step 1 and step 2 to actually open your calendar and go, okay, it is 5 a.m. What's on my calendar? Let's go exercise. Boom, and you actually go do it. It's 7 a.m. Okay, breakfast, 7:30, arrive to the office, and you actually stay with it. And it takes some practice. You need to develop it. It's just like any other habit. This is a matter of habits. So you have 2 habits that you need to very closely monitor. Am I on track? Am I off track? Am I doing it and am I fucking around? Is it working? One is to get in a habit of planning, and that's going to be some trial and error. That's going to be some testing. That's going to be some experimenting. What works better? An easy way to judge it is what results are you getting? Not how you feel about it. You know, I had a conversation with my son yesterday. He's 12. His name is Philip. Awesome boy. Love him to death. He plays trumpet. He's been playing trumpet. This is his 3rd year playing. He's really good at it. But boy, for those of you who have kids, you know, it's sometimes hard to get him to practice. You know, sometimes it's like pushing a wet noodle on the table. He figures out all these sneaky ways to get out of practice. And so we had a chat yesterday, and he says, you know what, this song is just boring. I don't feel like playing it anymore, although he was not playing it perfectly. He was making mistakes. So we sat down and had a little conversation where I said, you know, bud, sometimes how you feel is not important. Sometimes what you would rather do instead is not important. Sometimes your emotions are absolutely irrelevant. Sometimes what you got to look for is, what is it I got to do? For him, 20 minutes practice. For you, let's say it's calling expireds, visiting for sale by owners, following up with leads. All those good things that produce revenue. Same thing. How you feel about it, whether that's what you want to be doing right now, whether it feels good or not, nobody cares. And I told him then, nobody really cares, and you shouldn't care either. It's on the schedule. It's something that needs to be done. Let's get this shit done. You got to do the same thing. You got to discipline yourself, stay on it, and do it. And you can change how you feel. And I told him, just look for something fun that's following. What's going to go behind? You're going to go climbing. He goes to that indoor climbing place, loves it, had a great time, spent an hour there. I said, just think about that, how it's cool it's going to be. You finish your practice, how good you're going to feel that you accomplished something with discipline. Because sometimes you know that's what it takes. Sometimes it's pretty easy and sometimes it sucks. It's the same with me. But imagine 11:30 on Tuesday, I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I don't feel like doing live. Setting everything up and then standing here and then answering questions and you know what, fuck it, I'm not doing it. My integrity would be shot. Not just with you guys. I would hurt my relationship with you, but with myself. Because suddenly my self-image would say, well, I'm the guy who sometimes gets shit done, but not always. I cannot always count on myself. And that's so important. The self-image that you have about yourself. So if you plan it, you execute, you deliver, you do it. You hold yourself accountable because at the end, it's all about you. I can help you. I cracked my boot camp, right? But at the end, it's in your hands. And it's not a coincidence that 80% of real estate agents fail. This is the problem. Because put 2 things together, the right knowledge and the right action. If you have the right information, and if you take an action with it, of course you're going to get results. Of course it's going to work. Fine-tuning here, tweaking there, but at the end, the right information and the consistent action is the answer. The discipline is the hard part. Staying with it when it sucks, when it's boring, when nobody answers the phone, where people slam the door in your face, when the deals blow up, when the listings cancel. That's the hard part. And you know that's going to happen. So being able to say, I'm going to stay, I'm going to stay, I'm going to stay, I'm going to keep going, I'm going to keep going. That's where the reward is. Yeah? So plan it, hold yourself to it, and then adjust. This worked, this didn't. This got me the results, this didn't. Adjust, tack, 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 tack.